Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. And afternoon for Joy. And all those people on our East Coast. Oh, she's winging it.
Girl, she's got the money
The bling.
Like,
The
the
bling.
money sign. Yeah.
Your wishes on money.
Awesome. Woo! We got everybody here.
Who wants to go to the group or the Facebook page and post the Zoom link in the actual event? Just say, like, we're live now, jump on. Okay.
I can do it.
Trina?
Okay.
Lindsay's doing it?
I can do it.
Okay. I'll let Lindsay do it.
Okay.
Okay. Just too excited about this, huh? Okay, so, good morning, world. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Wednesday Wellness Webinar with 3 women. I am your MC today, Sasha Zeilig, and I was the play coach of this program called Play for Passion and Purpose P3, which I run once a year in the spring to help entrepreneurs launch their soul-led business in 6 months. And we do that through fun. We do that through play, and we do that through creativity, and we do that through our soul-led, heart-driven purpose that we just can't seem to escape from. So these 4 women have been with me the last 6 months doing P3, and I want to say to you 4 and anyone that's watching, your soul has a purpose, and that purpose is money. Now, that sounds terrible and not totally in line with what I would normally say, because normally I would say something like, your soul purpose is driving you to make the world a better place and change the world, and we will do that. But I want the world to know that we are in a bigger shift than that we all now can make money doing what we love. When I have fun, money comes to me. I don't know why. It's amazing. But you know, I had 2 meetings yesterday for my favorite things that I'm doing right now, and boom, money, boom, money. And I want you to know that you are valuable and unique just as you are, and that value can translate into money. There is no one else in this world that is doing exactly what you are doing, or what you 4 women are doing on this call, and in your lives and in your soul-led businesses. So it's been my honor and my pleasure to work with you, to watch you grow, and to watch your creations bloom and blossom into this world. So I hope that people will watch this call, if not now, later, and find out about all of the amazing things on offer from these specific women, and just what's available to you in this world for yourself and for living a life you love. So I think that's all I want to say at the moment. But welcome again, and welcome to this call. On the call today, we have Trina Peng, who is our modern day ritualist. We have Lindsay Gordon, who's our Ayurvedic health web designing coach, who's sort of in all aspects of your business and life. We've got Lynn Okoye, who is our amazing embodiment expert. She knows how to feel good in the body, and she's going to translate that to you. And we have Andrea Gardner, our period party queen, who is launching business throwing parties, celebrating menstruation for young women, and educating friends and family all around those young women. So I'm really excited to hear from you today, play with you today. Each woman is going to lead us in a little embodiment exercise or creative exercise or exercise to show you what they do and give you some tools about how to recover quickly when life throws us a curveball, which happens like every 2 days. So especially when you're running your own business and your own life and you are in charge of yourself and your own motivation and how fast or what you are creating, it's important to be able to save yourself and recover your own equilibrium as you move forward through your own life. So ladies, I give it to you.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to start with a quick prayer. I see we're running on time. So if you have some sort of scent or smoke or candle that you would like to light, go ahead and quickly grab it. I'm going to do this on behalf of the whole group. So this is a piece of juniper, and here's my handy dandy lighter. So I'm going to start with lighting, and while I'm lighting, I am calling all of our ancestors, those that love us unconditionally, those seen and unseen, okay? And I want all of us to start thinking about those that love us unconditionally, and that starts with you yourself, right? Then your family, so those that are in your home. And from your home, I want you to start to extend that into the city that you live in. And from the city, I want that love to expand into the state, from the state, the country, from the globe into the universe. Okay? So I want you to think of all of those who are supporting you on this call today. And I'm asking that today's guidance be collected here in this space, that we receive the messages that we need to receive, and that they will give benefit to all mother sentient beings here. And that we dedicate all of these merits, love, this peace, this existence, and our soul-led purpose, that it stays within us now and that we continue on this path. Then, as Sasha would say. And let's begin. All right. So basically what I do is I am a, as we would call it, modern day ritualist. I've been studying Tibetan Buddhism for a great deal of my life, since 16. And even before that, I was born into a Buddhist family. But during that time, I've been practicing and doing other things and been using my intuition to learn about life and approach different. We've got some sound going on in the background. Could I?
Okay, everybody mute except for Trina.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. And Trina, I've realized that I just forgot to say your business name as well. So make sure you tell us.
Yes, my business name is LotusOhms. So you guys can find me on Instagram. So at LotusOhms. So LotusOhms. And if you want to know more about the meaning of the name, you can always message me or send me a message on Instagram, and or my email, lotusohms@gmail.com. So we'll post more later. Yeah, so I've been doing this for a while. I've always been like, okay, why do we do certain rituals? There's certain things that we do that don't really fit into your life. Like we know that certain practices and traditions, for example, we've had the book of Leviticus telling us what we can eat, what we can't eat, who we can date, and who we can't date, what we can do. So those rules were set in the past for certain reasons, because they found that these traditions and these practices were practical for the time. So what I'm doing now is reclaiming ritual and bringing that back and saying, what can we do now? What's relevant to us now for us to be able to do what we need to do, find our purpose, like be led into practices that support and nourish our well-being. So for me, recently, I've noticed that a lot of men and women actually need a self-marriage ceremony. And why do we need a freaking self-marriage ceremony? Why do you need to marry yourself? I mean, I could easily just say like, oh, I marry myself, so I'm gonna put on a ring and I'm married and I'm done. No, that is not quite enough, in the sense that self-marriage, marriage in and of itself is an institution, right? And when we marry ourselves, it should have witnesses. We should have people looking and seeing and making it official, making it so that you are in your space and other people can witness your commitments to yourself. And why are commitments important? Why do we need to make commitments to ourselves? We actually, day by day, like it's honoring the things that you want to do and honoring the path that you want to take. So for instance, if you don't commit to yourself, so there's that saying that if you don't love yourself, how can you love another person? So that's the same thing. If you don't know how to commit to yourself, how are you going to learn to commit to somebody else? Or how will someone else learn how to commit to you? You actually need to embody and feel what it's like to have commitment in order to introduce other relationships into your life. So self-marriage is kind of like, in some ways, it's kind of like training wheels for your next relationship. And it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you have. It could be a friendship. It could be a relationship with your parents. It could be a relationship with another man or woman in your life that you want to introduce into your life. So I would love to take all of us on a short exercise in what I usually do with my self-marriage ceremonies. So if you could grab a piece of paper, all of us grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're just going to do a short version of what I usually do, because we only have like a minute left. And I want all of us to think about, number one, our divinely masculine self and our divinely feminine self. So let's just do one for now because of time. So from your divine masculine self, I want you to write one commitment to your divine feminine self. One commitment that you would like to honor. Okay, so what does a divine masculine look like to you? And write this commitment to your divine feminine self. And conversely, I would like you to write one commitment from your divinely feminine self. Who's that? How does that feel? I want you to like get into that feeling and write a commitment to your divinely masculine self. Okay, so this is a practice that you guys can do overall, all right? And to write these commitments to yourself and say them to each other in exchange. So eventually you might have a long list of commitments that you would like to honor within yourself. And I'd like for you to take that home. And those that have written this commitment list, okay, come up with maybe like anywhere from 5 to 10 commitments. And then you can get, I'm doing a 22% discount for those who have listened on the call and can produce this list and give it to me for any of my services, but namely the self-marriage ceremony. Okay, so you'll get, so you've been on this call, you looked at the recording, you are handing me this list so that we can go over it and eventually, hopefully, do a self-marriage ceremony for you. And third, you can also use that for any of the services. I'm doing an overall 22% discount on any of the services I offer. I do oracle card readings. I have a Discover Your Gifts project that's going on right now. It's individualized, it's personalized. It's to create rituals that apply to your life, that bring out your essential, purposeful self. Okay, so thank you so much for letting me offer this to you. And we're swinging on into Joy's exercise. So excited.
I just want to say that I married myself in a ceremony with Trina last year. It's about to be my 1-year anniversary in January, and it feels official and amazing, and I would highly recommend that work for anyone. And these vows, I was actually I went to get my other notebook to look for my old vows, because I was thinking I need to review and see how I'm doing on keeping my vows to myself. But it's been an amazing year because of that, so thank you, Trina. Okay, Joy, thank you. I will hand it to you.
Thank you, Trina. That's beautiful. So my name is Lynn Okoye, and I am a journey dance facilitator. I am trained in Tony Bergen's embodied transformations method. So as a coach, I use that as a practice, as a tool, and I work with people one-on-one to do online distant coaching. I do a lot of workshops locally. And so I wanted to I'm trying to think of something that could give you a feel of what it is to be embodied. And we have a short period of time, but I'm going to invite everyone to just really drop into their belly. I'm going to read something to us. I'm going to play some music. And the point is to let the thinking mind take the back seat and let the feeling self really enter. So I'm going to invite everyone to just close their eyes and take 3 deep breaths. And when you do that, really breathe deeply into the body. Feel the breath. Feel a pause before you release. That sweet pause. Feel it. And then slowly release. Find your rhythm. And just feel the body calm and come into that feeling place. What's coming up for you right now? Let it come. Whatever it is. And then just making a movement that feels right in this very moment. Release, or maybe compress, whatever it is. And while keeping the eyes closed, hear these words. This is a beautiful poem. I didn't come here to be comfortable. I came to be naked, raw, to melt and burn and howl and fly. At the wild edges, the rich depths. I am a bloody creature beamed in from a heavenly starred sky. I am growing in the deep diving shadows as much as the uprising light. I didn't come here to be nice or easy. I came to rip the blinkers from my eyes and fire burn over culture conditioning from my purpose. I came to be a mirror to all your weird and hurting places because I long for one, for mine. I came to hunt the old stories, those sly deceits. I came to bitter. I came to take bitter, biting knowledge into my mouth. Let it redefine all I know, all I knew. Let it refine into wisdom. I came to revel in the sandstorm blast until only the strong, bare bones of my truths are left bright and gleaming. I came to break again and again and again, thrown onto the rocks of my misunderstandings and fear. and be made anew with golden mendings of trust and learning, again and again and again. I came for 3 aim disintegrating. That is, I came to bed down in the dark nights of the soul, to wander sightless in the depths, knowing dawn will always come, and I will be richer weaving by the time of its blessing. I came to hear things I do not like. I came to say things you may not like. I came in the hope we will co-create the deep, joyous relief of listening and expressing without reactive defense, agenda, or manipulation. I came to be messy and get messier. I came in the belief we are all brilliantly, perfectly flawed. By Nell Aurelia. And so just keeping that place of your comfortableness, keeping the eyes closed. Think of one thing, one place to let go, to disintegrate. Let it disintegrate right now in the body. Let it break up into a million different pieces. Let it disintegrate in the body. And how's that feel? Who cares what we look like? Just how do we feel right now? Let it come, move through you. Maybe sound. You're all muted. Shoot, it don't matter. Nobody can hear you. You can only hear me. Make a voice. Make a sound. Let yourself embrace the uncomfortableness of not being all put together. Shaking, whatever you gotta do, get a little bit weirder and weirder. And then slowly bring it back to the body. Take a few deep breaths. And feel yourself come back together. You let it out, and now you're going to bring it back in. And see, that is where we have our power. We have our power in being able to feel the breakdown, the disintegration, and then we have the power to bring it back together. And so that is my story, is that I've learned how to, through each breakdown, feel it. No. We don't say it's not there. We feel it. We own it. And we bring it back, okay? And we are stronger for it. And in my work as an embodiment coach, I want people to feel that. I want them to know how powerful and strong they are and remind them who they are. And I do, like I said, workshops, and I lead classes. I'm a yoga teacher, and I do bring resilience work into everything I do. If you are interested in learning more about me, we have all of our information within this call, and we can post it for you in our offerings down below in the discussion in the comments. I have a brand new program that is coming out next month. So I'm giving, it's a 6-week session. It's a $400 discount. What? Yeah, it's a 6-week program, and I want to rock your life with you, help you with something that you're working on. So all of that information will be down in the comments below. Okay, much love to y'all.
Thank you, Joy. It's bringing up that we don't know where everybody is. So, because we are all in different locations. So everybody basically could coach you over the Zoom land virtual world. But just for people that are in your area, just tell us where you are. So Trina, I'm going to speak for you. Sorry. She's in San Clemente, California. So Southern California. And Joy.
Princeton, New Jersey, Central New Jersey. Woo! East Coast over here, baby.
Cool. Okay, and then next we have our transplant.
Hello, I'm a flower that's growing in many locations. continuing to be transplanted. No, but I'm Lindsay, and I'm moving to Sonoma County, California. I'm currently in Denver right now, but by the end of September, I should be in Sebastopol, just north of San Francisco. So thank you, Joy. I feel so energized after your session. I am an Ayurvedic health coach, which is the traditional medical system of India. And I also use that coaching in working with holistic entrepreneurs and basically anyone that's interested in getting a business started in the holistic health space, or really it's holistic health, but that could encompass so many things that are supporting your mind, body, spirit. Really anything that is a heartfelt offering could encompass that kind of work. And I'm also a web designer, and I support people to create marketing materials as well. So I bring in Ayurvedic wisdom and also support in your health and wellness in order to create results in your business. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my my package at the end, but I wanted to introduce this concept of what is health through an Ayurvedic perspective. And I think so often when we think of health, we think of physical health, or sometimes we think of mental health or emotional health, but in Ayurveda, the concept of perfect health is called swastha, which is a Sanskrit word, which means to be established in yourself. So health isn't necessarily, oh, I feel good today, like I don't have any pain. It's like health is to know yourself and to be established in it, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And all of those elements of health feed into each other to support the other one. So basically, your physical health is supporting your mental health, which is supporting your emotional health, which is supporting your spiritual health. And one of the most important components of this ability to be established in yourself is the fact that you are on your soul's path, that you are living your dharma, or living your purpose in this life. And without that, it's impossible to be truly established in yourself. So what I want to do right now is also just talk a little bit about how that is super important for our life, for our work in this life. And so what I really do is help to coach you through your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health, and help you to be on track with who you truly are, and then actually give you allow you to create materials, like different marketing materials, and even the creation of a website to be able to launch a business, to be able to make money doing what you really love doing, which is stemming from that place of deep establishment inside yourself. So I want to lead us through an exercise that will just give us a little taste into some of the work that I do. And it's really a great exercise for anyone that's seeking clarity, or just looking to reboot, to bounce back, and just connect to that place of authenticity from which we can create a soul-led offering in our lives at any moment. So wherever you are, just close your eyes and drop into the place deep in your belly, below your navel. And just start to breathe deep into the space below your belly button. Allowing the breath to rise and fall. Feeling a sense of rootedness of your hips to the earth. And also an extension in the spine that allows the crown of your head to reach up towards the sky. And start to breathe deep into the center of your ribs. You can even imagine the point, like right around your heart space, growing bigger and larger with your breath. And moving the awareness up from the hips into the heart, just imagine your heart expanding with every breath. And then with the awareness on your heart, continuing to breathe and focus on the expansion. Try to imagine right now a time when you just felt good in your body. A time when you felt literally in love with whatever you were doing in that moment. And that could be with a person, it could be an experience, it could be a place, it could be any kind of experience that invokes that feeling of expansion in your heart. Just allow yourself, give yourself permission to experience what that feels like. Knowing that you're so worthy of that experience, regardless of anything that's happened, anything that is happening, this place of love and acceptance and joy is accessible right now. And then from that place, you can just hang out there, or if you're seeking any kind of guidance or any kind of clarity, you can ask for some kind of guidance from this place. You can ask for clarity from this place of love and connection. And this is something that you can come back to at any time. Now just bringing the awareness back into your low belly, back up down to the earth, extending yourself back up to the heavens, and just trusting that that space is there for you at any moment to come back to. Just slowly bring yourself back and open your eyes. And so that's a little bit of a taste of some of the work that we can do preliminarily together. And I am offering a free 30-minute consultation, coaching consultation, to anyone who is interested in starting a business, or it doesn't even have to be a business specifically, but that is interested in gaining clarity in their life direction, their life path. So if you want to continue this work, we can continue the meditation or dive deeper into what that might look like for you. So thanks, guys. Hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks, Lindsay. I will say that it's just such an honor to have you give your gifts like this, everybody. Joy, Joy and I know each other through Journey Dance, and to hear you lead a little thing or read that poem or help us be in our bodies, it's such an awesome reflection, and it just feels so good. And Lindsay, for you, having these personal experiences with you guys is amazing. So Lindsay helped me with my website recently. So I'd actually say out there, if you are my website's driving me crazy and it just doesn't feel right, jump on that consultation call with Lindsay, because in half an hour, she will help you clarify your own head about who you are, what you're doing, and what you're putting out to the world. And it's a real skill. So I just appreciate what you all have given me back in through this program. It's been a real gift. So I recommend these women highly enough. If that's not clear so far, okay. So it's said. So thanks, Lindsay. I mean, that's the thing when we're doing a 5-minute taste for everybody on these calls. It's you're getting a centimeter of what these women do. So just so you know, if there's an inkling, follow it, because there's so much more to each and every one of these women. Okay, so last but not least, we've got a little period party celebration with our beloved bunny, Andrea Gardner. I hand it to you, my dear.
Thank you. It's been so great to hear all of your offerings and blessings and love. Thank you. So I'm Andrea, coach of period parties, and period parties are educational celebrations of menstruation for young women. And oh, my phone fell. And celebrations of menstruation for young women, and basically they're held in partnership with schools or with at the homes of individual families, with the intention of talking and about menstruation in a positive way. And we do this through playing games, through dancing, through open, honest, real, positive conversation about bodies, selves, and move through each cycle and our lives as women.
Yep, meow. Pause. Technical difficulties. This is a thing. It happens. There we go. She's back.
Here. Can I continue? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Great. Okay. So the last thing I said was super exciting, which is we put on red costumes in honor of our cycles, and that's part 2. We have red velvet cake, but the costuming part has been really, really transformative in my own life and changing the way I relate to myself and my cycle. And it started when I started tracking my cycle, and I was like, oh, all this is so negative. I really want to like stop all that and take a second to honor myself while I'm bleeding. And so I started with like some earrings or a scarf or a whole red outfit, and and really and that's really shifted my my energy levels and like my excitement and my love and appreciation and acceptance of myself, not only just while I'm bleeding, but throughout my whole cycle in general. And I'm going to share with you today how to go from critic to creatrix in a really fun way using costumes. So me personally, sometimes I get stuck in this cycle of like and procrastination, right? And not doing things that I need to do. And then my critic comes in and yells at me, makes me feel really bad. And then I'm depressed. And then, depressed Andrea doesn't want to do anything. So then we're back and we're back and we're back. And it can feel really hard and stuck to get out of that. And it happens to me like all the time, or not, and sometimes when I'm bleeding, but sometimes not. And I think it happens to a lot of us. We get stuck in that kind of cycle. And so the one thing that I found that gets me out of it is doing something, which is like the hard part, you know. But I have an exercise that maybe we can all do. So if you have paper and pen, that'd be good. Maybe give you a couple seconds to do that. And let's write down like 5 things that are open right now, like 5 things on your to-do list that you're thinking about, that you're putting your energy to, but aren't getting done. they're just there spinning and nothing is. And once, I'll give you a few minutes or a few seconds to write those down. Yeah. And then once you're done, let's star the one that is the most important or highest priority. Okay, they're very much that.
I was just looking at my list thinking how hard it is to know what my top priority is. But okay, yes, I've chosen.
Well, I thought maybe I can ask you, it's helpful to think about like the thing your critic might be yelling at you most about, that might help you choose. So then, you know, once you've got that, go to your closet, or I don't know if that's available to all of you right now at this moment, but if you can, pick out something that makes you feel like a rock star, queen, goddess, god, bomb, woman, go. And once you put on that thing, then you can get ready to tackle that first on your to-do list, and it feels easier. It's more fun if you have on a costume piece that makes you feel really good. It's like a hat or scarf, or like some snake leather pants. Ooh, hat, great, love it, love it. Oh, good. Oh, yes. Okay, so we have like just a couple more minutes, and I want to say one more thing before I ask you guys a couple questions. Another thing that I'd like to share is that it could also be really fun to get to know your critic and like learn a little bit about her or him or whoever they are. Like my critic might be an old gymnastics coach who's really cranky, wearing a tracksuit and a high pony, you know? And so maybe I have to do, and my critic's yelling at me about it, I might dress up like my critic and try to tackle it, you know? So that can kind of be a fun thing to play with too. But I'm curious, these last 2 minutes, Trina, what are you wearing and why did you choose it? You're muted.
So I'm wearing a vest that I usually put on during like more ritualistic activities, or when I want to feel a little bit more like in my just womanly power. Like it's almost like putting on my little suit of armor, and I end up, I'll put on like my harness and all this other stuff, and I just feel like I'm out there to like be out there in the world and do the thing. So
good. Love it. Thank you. Well, what about you, Joy?
Well, I am currently wrapping up a vacation, so I had to put on I'm at the beach, and I put my beach hat on. When I'm in my beach hat, I'm feeling totally dropped in and present.
Oh, good. And what about you, Lindsay?
Well, I just love this hat.
It's great.
It makes me feel badass and like myself, and I can rock something that most people don't. So it helps me to connect back to who I am.
Good.
Feel good about
That's
that.
Great. And what about you, Sasha?
Well, if you know me at all, you know I love unicorns and that I love to get the magic on. But I added my necklace of amber to feel queenly, and my ring, my period ring actually, to make me feel like lush kind of, and that I just had like a lot of resources available to me as I was going forward to do this thing.
Good. That's great. Thank you guys so much for putting on your costumes and getting ready to get your stuff done.
Badass. I feel amazing. That it's such a small, tiny thing to do, but man, it makes a difference. And I love how the period party, like the red, I'll come back to that, was applied here to be rock star, you know, like I do feel ready to like take something big on. And your advice to me about wearing red when I'm on my period has completely shifted my amount of pain. Like it's crazy. And also my energy level. It's crazy to think that you can just wear red and feel shitloads better. It's like really weird, but I highly recommend it. It's really shifted things for me. Sometimes it can feel like a mama blanket around me. Sometimes it can just make me know, look, I'm honoring the fact that I am on my period and that I need to move slower today, or that I want to like do some self-care instead of like rushing through that time of my cycle. So even for gents out there that may watch this call, like what can you just like add to yourself to make you feel really, really good? And it's a tiny thing that we might scoff at and think it doesn't matter, but like, boy, it makes a difference to me personally. And I think you can see it literally in our faces as we put one item on and we just feel immediately different. It's really, really cool. And Andrea, thank you for leading that and that amazing idea of turning critic to creatrix, because as entrepreneurs, this is what happens. Like literally, I know I've had calls with like you especially, Andrea, no, but like everyone, that it's like there's something wrong here. It's not good enough. I can't put it out there. And we just get into this cycle of second guessing. And when we talked about it recently, one of the things that came for me was just that when you don't feel like doing anything and you feel like poo and you hate the world and you just want to watch zombie shows all day, that's me, do it. Like do it and just stop. Like if you're not productive, there's no use in like forcing it out of yourself. If there's one thing you have to do that day, just one, get it done and then stop and relax and be with the fact that you don't want to do anything and just give yourself that. So that then when you are ready, you can come back like refreshed and renewed and hit the ground running, you know? So that's what I really did this weekend. I was like, Labor Day weekend, I live at the beach. Like I could work, I should work, but everyone's distracted and playing and I'm distracted and I just want to play and do nothing. So I did. And then Tuesday, I had like a Monday and a Tuesday in a one day and I hit the ground running, you know, now we're here. So I think getting off the fence, getting out of that cycle that Andrea was talking about is so helpful. And it's either get out of it by totally doing the thing that you're avoiding, or get out of it by really avoiding the thing you're doing and giving yourself permission to avoid it and just be with the, I'm not doing that. Nope. So that's the, you know, it's something that comes around for all of our cycles as women, but I think anyone out there, any human being is going to go in a phase and have different phases. So honoring where you're at, I think always helps the bounce back. Wow. This has been an informative call. Andrea, did you want to make an ask here or before we?
Oh yeah. So quickly, I forgot to share that I live in Texas, in San Antonio. And my ask is that if you know someone who might start their period soon, maybe connect me with that family. Or if you know of a school that might be open to doing some kind of celebration for their students, that would be a great thing to connect me with too.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna all each individually post our offering to you the 22% discount off of everything with Trina, Lindsay's free consultation, Joy's upcoming workshop, and $400 off, and Andrea's amazing period parties. I will also post an offer about P3 next spring, next February, March we'll start. And another training program that I'm doing this fall for facilitators and for Purple Circle facilitators. So that's my new launch, and I'm excited about that very much. So thank you all for being with me today and with me for the last 6 months. Amazing queens and magicians and sorceresses and creatrixes, and none of that in a negative connotation, because all you are doing is really putting amazing good into the world. So I bless you. I bless your businesses, and I bless the mission that you are on. And anyone else who is out there watching in whatever time or space, thank you for giving us your time and attention. I hope that we contributed to you today. And please feel free to share this video with your friends and loved ones. We will keep it up probably on my YouTube channel. Meow. Yes, Trina, I'm going to close this out.
Really quick. I've got to get going. So we're going to do a short prayer. Again, dedication, because we have just collected a lot of information here and a lot of intention. So I'd love to root and seed that intention right now. So if you guys can listen for the chime, and I want you guys to sit into that and move forward with all these thoughts. And if any of us have inspired you to talk to us, any of us, come forward. So I dedicate all of our merits, all of this time, the space, the blessings that have been bestowed upon us in this circle, here and now. May we stay present, may we stay focused on this path, and if we should wander, may we rein ourselves back in ease and grace. So be it. And thank you. Thank you to all of our ancestors that love us unconditionally, angels, guides, those seen and unseen. Thank you.
Thank you, Trina.
Thank you. So take care, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks again, you guys. And obviously this call, remember to breathe. We have breathed a lot. Keep doing it. Meow kitties!